first corner. Driver number 1 looking to the inside of 2. Second place sets himself up for a pass going into this carousel. Is he going to be able to get his nose in there? Go.
We strive to ensure no hero is left behind. We cover the medical needs of our program members after their faithful service. Our organization also provides a lifetime sanctuary for many of these heroes who may suffer from PTSD. And whenever possible, we find them a forever home. Visit ProjectK9Hero.org to learn how you can help protect those who protected us.
Welcome to Charlotte Raceway, but today the drivers are not on the oval track. Here they are on the Roval configuration. They're currently in their qualifying, so once they get that done, we will go over to the starting grid. They have about a minute left in it, but it's the Piedmont 135, 30 laps here today. It's really just moving away from the typical oval. Drivers going left, right, throwing that car around. These cars are really heavy. They don't want to turn, so they're going to have a lot of fun getting them to turn, because if they don't want to, they do not want to, and it is extremely difficult to get them to do it. I am horrible at road courses. I wish I could drive them. People who can drive those, I have the utmost respect for, because you are a bunch of madmen that can do that. I have no idea how you all can, but it's amazing to watch people be able to drive like that. That's for dang sure. Yeah. I just don't understand how people do it. I really don't understand how they can do that. But there's only, looks like, actually not a lot of drivers are here. Most of them didn't come to the grid, but they just got done with their qualifying. So I will pull up the starting order here. So Will LaRue first, Matthew Martell second, Adam Boyles third, Justin Nelson fourth, fifth, Brandon Pamitat, sixth, Corbin Hemstreet, seventh, Brandon Klusterhoot, eighth, John Sweathart, ninth, Christopher Gale, 10th, Sawyer Ott, 11th, Tristan Ott, 12th, Matt Quick, 13th, Storm Patterson, 14th, Manny Gregory, 15th, Dylan Hale. That's race control. So these guys behind him will move up one position. So 15th will be Dave Matson, 16th, Alex Little, 17th will be Kelvin Masur, and that is all the drivers that came here. Those guys decided to sit this out, as this is going to be a really, really hard course for sure. I do like road courses though. Very, very fun to watch on TV. I don't know why I like them so much, but I just do. I really do like them. Whew. Wait for everybody to grid. I think we're waiting on really Matt Quick to grid. Dylan Hale, he won't grid because he's obviously not, he's not racing. He's race controlling. I have to join as a driver though for it to pick them up as a person in the session. I believe you can set it up to where it has something else on it. I made a grave mistake here. Looking at something on the side. Yeah, I messed up. Well, good job, me. When does that not happen? Well, poop. Having a problem with my car kicking on, vehicle dynamic controls off, and my hill assist off, and I bought the wrong sensor. So that was really smart of me. Evidently not. Pretty stupid. Yeah, I made a mistake, but I'll fix that eventually. Hopefully. We'll find out. Excuse me. The drivers do get rolling here, so paint refresh will happen for them. A lot of turns here, that's for dang sure. And I cannot throw a car around. These things are just so heavy. You try to turn them, and Johnny, I don't even know if I have mine. I do have it right here next to me. Hopefully they don't start chapping. They probably will, knowing how they are. The medication I take, it's like, oh yeah, they make your lips really chapped. And I was like, yeah, thanks for telling me that after the fact, but I already figured that out. It helps me so much. They're coming up on a really heavy braking zone too. I will show you where it is, but this is where you're going to see a lot of passes happening. I believe it's not that. It would be the bus stop. Yeah, bus stop chicane. I have a really heavy braking zone getting in there. Some guys will test it and they'll try to see, who's going to brake first? Is it going to be me or is it going to be you? And sometimes guys play a big game of chicken. Sometimes they lose that game. They win it, but they also lose at the same time. What I mean by that is they absolutely plow through it. I'm somebody, when I ran road courses, when I rarely did, I was always somebody who was, if you're going to try to outbrake me, you better get deep in that corner, because I know that people are going to bail. So I wasn't afraid to go into the corners side by side with them. I went in pretty deep a couple of times too. I mean, just flat out outbrake them. What you have to do sometimes, though, if they don't want to play nice, you kind of got to force them to do it. Pace car does pull off here, though. Will LaRue and Matt Martell will lead him to green as the green flag is in the air. We are underway here from the Charlotte Roval. Trying to get y'all a little bit of a different camera view here. However, has locked me into it, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get out of that. It's like we will actually just go on board with the sweat car here for a little bit. Watch all this track is driven. So you're gonna get all the way down to that zone and start braking actually at 4. You can go side by side in here as he will. See, Brandon was kind of pinched off there a little bit in front of him. Brandon can't get a really good exit. As apparently Tristan Ott has crashed here. Go look at him if it will let me get off this view here. It is evidently not letting me do that. There it goes. We'll look at Tristan Ott, though. Apparently it says that he crashed. I just have to hit the escape key, and I didn't think about that. What has happened here? Might have gotten hit by... Did he get too deep? Might have gotten too deep. Wheel hop, possibly? Yeah. Okay, he didn't really crash. He just missed the chicane because he saw what was happening in front of him. So he bailed out of that. He was like, yeah, let's not do this right now. Kind of don't want to wreck and take out everybody else behind me. Pretty good call from him, too. I'd be doing the same thing if I was him. can see everybody else has pretty much just gone side by side with straightened out with each other. Not really many people side by side again. Fastest lap was set by Will LaRue. He ran a 1:27.80. Matthew ran a 1:29.41. And this is a team up here, 1-2 currently. Doing pretty good so far in the Rush Series. Habitat has been door slamming some people. I do like to see that though. This is where damage doesn't hurt you as bad as road courses like this. He's got it on his right side here. Once he comes by, I believe we'll be able to catch a quick glimpse of it. I can see it right there, scratched up the number on the car. He's definitely been into the side of somebody. Brandon on Brandon action here. Habitat will get that exit, hops the curb. Really throws that car up in the air. Clistrus is maybe going to try an outside pass. It's going to be pretty hard for him to do it. They both go slow into that corner. Now these times are picking up. They've gone down to a 121, 122s, 123s, 124s. So far currently for these guys and how they sit. As Habitat just overshot that corner, went way wide on it. Not think he meant to do that at all. As Storm will get that position. Brandon Clistrus will go in front of him too. Some guys are kind of up here in their own little world right now currently. This is what happens at road courses. You guys are just so good at them that there's basically no competition at all for them. It's just pretty much they just set sail. Hey BB, I just saw you there. Yeah, they call me, or Johnny calls me Chappy because I have chat stick and it was really strong when I put it on. So that's how I got that nickname. I guess, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me, but it's whatever. I'm not sure how many times I'll have to pit. I mean, I guess it might be only twice. The Storm's got to be careful about that grass. He about clipped it. I think he gets a shot off that corner the way he ran that one. That was a really good corner by Storm. He'll get to the inside of Brandon Clistrus. Chemistry's going to look to the inside, also get a little bit deeper in the braking zone. We got Sweatcart starting to catch Boyles. He was only 0.6 faster that lap, so he's not really that much faster. And you make one slip up here, and you're going to see it pretty much the whole lap. But drivers can hit one area completely perfect, and then another area just absolutely blow it. What I do like about these courses is you mess up, and it doesn't absolutely end your race. LaRue get loose there on brake. He might be downshifting and kicking the car sideways just a little bit. Really around Corbin and Brandon Clistrus. Really, but both the Brandons we're seeing most of the action. Corbin's going to get that spot easily, though. I think some of these guys might be just doing an endurance race, just trying not to kill each other. They want a car to the end. Kelvin's used his front bumper a couple of times. See Alex Little back here. Looks like he likes that paint scheme. He's running a different variation of it this time as he just nicks the wall. Oh, that's how you use somebody to turn. 8 turns better than 4, I guess. Corbin bangs off of Clistrus. 8-wheel drive, new invention. Sweatcart's kind of hounding Boyles right now. He's not going to really let him get away. He might actually get an inside pass done here. It'll be close, that's for sure. How deep he gets in there. He's going to try to pass, maybe. Looks a little bit. Bull's able to hold him off, though. Goes really smooth through that part also of the course, so it will let me get out of this view. I would love to do that, as I have to currently do that every time. I have to figure out what I need to do to get out of that. I will not mess with the mouse aim. It has gotten a little annoying. I do like how I can control it, but I have to do that every single time. It's not worth it. As the LaRue teammates are about to hound Boyles for this third position right now, he's going to have some fun holding them off. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for him. He's doing pretty good so far. He's actually running a pretty good line overall, too. They're going to pressure him pretty hard, though. It's just Will LaRue's just, I mean, he set sail. He's on a cruise right now. He really doesn't have to drive that hard. We might have a pass here. Sweat Cart did get a run. See who's going to break deeper. Boyles looks like he doesn't even try. Oh, crossover here. Actually, yep, Sweat Cart blows that. He'll have to give up some time. Apparently, I can't talk. Has to give it some time there. Like his Boyles a gap now. Now, Sweat Cart has to deal with his teammate, Justin Nelson. Nelson looking outside. Looks back inside. He's not close enough anywhere to really make a move, so he's just kind of peeking around there, looking, poking and prodding his brain right now. I know Boyles does not look like what he's seen in his rearview mirror, that's for sure. Probably doesn't want to see guys just raped all over him at all. It would be a bad feeling for him. Guys back here, but it's kind of been, they're probably just struggling. I mean, this is where I would be on road courses. But they're hard to drive. They're just overall hard to drive. Not easy one bit. Kale's about to make a move here on Sawyer. He's kind of looking around. He might have kind of messed up that portion of the track because he didn't really get a good run out of it. Boyles still having to deal with Sweat Cart, though. He's not going away. He's kind of driven up a little bit closer to Boyles. Thing is, Sweat Cart had that pass. Oh, we might do a crossover here. He's not close enough there. He had that pass on Boyles. I mean, he just blew the corner. Went way too deep into it. Still gonna try to chase him down, though. Might see another braking challenge here from Sweat Cart. See how deep he gets in this time. Almost looks like a replay of last time. He, however, gets the position on Boyles. Almost blew it a little bit wide, but he was able to get that. So put Sweat Cart to third now. Storm's actually about to pass Justin Nelson here for fifth right now. Eight laps into this 30-lap race. I'm thinking they have to take tires eventually. I'm not sure when they're going to take them, though. You know that almost every track, you do have to go one pit stop. They probably set it up this way here, too. Will LaRue's, I mean, he's been a second faster almost every single lap, basically. Everybody else is kind of falling in with 24s, 25s, 27s, stuff like that. Take you on board here with Will LaRue so we can see how he goes around the track here. We'll go from his cockpit view whenever he gets back to the start-finish line. Storm being a driver, it's starting to really get up there, too. He's getting faster every single lap, it seems. I might start looking at Storm for taking the challenge to these guys up here. He has a long way to go, though, to get to LaRue, though, that's for sure. On board with him now. We're gonna go around one more lap here. I want to see what he did in the bus stop. Looks like he kind of hung a gear too going through the last 2 turns there. Might have not wanted to shift, but the car was about to reach the RPM limit. Looks like I think he just hung a gear that last time. I had a feeling he did, looking at how his RPMs kind of just, they bobbled almost. He shifted up and then he shifted right back down. Probably deciding on what to do there, but Storm, he's starting to slowly enter here as Tress and Ott's gone to pit road. Probably, he took 4 tires and fuel and he's off and away now. I do think that Sweatcart's starting to match LaRue now with his times. These guys are pretty much, I mean, LaRue is obviously the fastest one on the track. I mean, there's evidently no doubt about that. But these guys are starting to also pick up time. As looking at this, Larry McReynolds couldn't even defend Chastain for wrecking Brendan Poole today. Basically, 80 laps into the race at Dover, it was postponed because of rain on Sunday. 80 laps in, Kyle Larson was flying. I mean, he was absolutely pretty much a second faster than everybody every 2 laps. He was ridiculous. And then he's coming up on Chastain, Austin Dillon, and Brendan Poole were side by side. Chastain was behind Brendan Poole. He basically lifted Brendan, punted him into turn 1. He lifted his rear tires off the ground. And Brendan slid back up the track into the path of Larson. Nothing Brendan could do there once he slid up. At Dover, you're going to kind of slide up the track most of the time. It's very rare that you slide to the bottom for some odd reason. But that literally ended Larson's day, and he had probably the fastest car on the track because he was coming really fast, and it was only 80 laps into the race, but he was moving. And cut back, and of course it was Kyle Larson who has had some of the worst luck this season. It seems he's totaled a lot of cars, or gotten a lot of cars that had a lot of damage in it. But luckily he does have 2 wins this season, so he's into the playoffs. As Hemstreet has just crashed, and he towed immediately too. What happened here? Oh, did he pull a Chase Elliott? I think he did. All right, Brad Keselowski. That literally looks like Brad Keselowski, what he did that one time, leading him off into turn 1. I don't remember what year that was. I think it was 2018? 2019, one of the two. I'm not sure which it was, because... Yeah, it was 2018, I think. I think, that is. LaRue, he's actually about to start lapping some people here. Guys might want to get up and go as Nelson's coming down pit road. So yeah, it looks like they're pretty much going to try to split this. You can save on road courses a little bit easier than you can on ovals because you can brake a little bit sooner, let the car roll a little bit more, and that actually might honestly benefit you sometimes depending on how the car was driving before. But you sometimes won't take tires at all at road courses too because you don't need them sometimes, especially this. It kind of wears weird on iRacing too. You can go a whole race pretty much on the same set of tires, and there's going to be little to no difference there at all. But even if it was me, I'd still suck here. That's how I am. Gale's doing some road work, or well, he slid there. Was looking throughout the field. What happened here to Gale? Probably rear end just kicked out on him. Yeah, he got the grass there. You'd be surprised how sensitive these cars are when they clip the grass. I mean, they want to shoot sideways. Oh, somebody just slammed the wall. I think I may know who it is. We'll see here. No, this is his left side looks pretty good. And his right side is absolutely beat in. You can see it there. He has definitely used that up getting throughout the track. Probably pop his fast repair here. He does have one. Brandon does come down right before him, so he just kind of just follows him down. As the top speed this race has been 166. That was Matthew Martell. He's running within 3/10 of LaRue, but LaRue's just, he keeps stretching his lead out. Gale is down pit road here, as he is running that Poppy's Playtime paint scheme. I think one of them, I never played that game, but I think it was actually really good. I think they made a second one within like 2 months or something. Apparently it was really, really creepy. And it was a horror game, so. It's actually real life. FNAF is getting a movie. I tried playing that game once, and I couldn't even last 10 minutes in it. I was absolutely scared. I hate horror games. I love horror movies sometimes, but that stuff just scares me way too much. As Alex Little gives way to, remember their sweat cart comes down pit road here, and Boyles also follows him down. Guys go 1-2 with each other. Don't think, even when LaRue comes down pit road, that he won't even... I don't even think he'll lose the... Well, no, he might lose the lead for a brief second. I mean, he's got such a big gap. I don't think it's going to take him long to get it back either. Just because of how fast he is. been consistently. Well, actually, Storm. Okay, they're starting to match them. Matthew and Storm starting to match their times with LaRue's. So LaRue's got to kind of get up and do it now. It's not going to be so easy for him. Storm comes down, so I want to see where he comes. He'll probably come out, honestly, maybe in the same position that he was before. He's one of those drivers that was doing good also. As I see that Johnny is I'll wait to see what that car is Thursday then, since you said that. I meant to reply to that earlier. I think Storm, I mean, he very well may keep his position. Nope, Sweat Cart will pass him as Gale has apparently wrecked. He is off the track. What happened to him? He's got no front end. He has missed a turn here. Oh, he clips the, oh. And he loses it. Yep, bam, right into that wall. Looks like he went around the curb. He got way too inside on the curb here. You can see it right there. That car goes sideways. Probably honestly jerked the wheel out of his hand. Or tried to jerk it out of his hand. He hits that wall there. How did he lose his front end? Did he hit it again? As he then spins again and barely taps it and then loses it there. So it's not good for him at all. Gets out of the way of Quick though. Apparently we want to go side by side very slowly with him. Matthew Martell's down pit road now. Storm didn't really lose a lot of time to Sweat Cart here. I really am curious where LaRue's going to come out when he has to come down pit road. And that's where I'm really curious what it's going to be for him. It's gotten pretty dang dark here too. Didn't know they'd be doing a night race. Didn't realize Charlotte. I mean, they got. I knew Charlotte had lights, but I didn't know. That there was infield lights, I guess. You know what I mean? As LaRue almost just KOs himself there. That would have been bad for him. It's not what you want to see. If you're a driver like that, it's not too much fun. Yep, he's down pit road now. Dude, I was on. I think the camera changed on me manually. I just didn't realize that until I looked back over. He should come back out in the lead. I mean, he's got such a dang gap. 41 seconds. So unless Matthew hits the turbo on his car, he's probably going to be behind him for a long time. I don't even think he can make up that much time either. He'll have a huge lead. Absolutely massive on him still. It's pretty much been just LaRue the whole time. Nobody's been able to put up a challenge against him. It's just kind of been yay. I'm going to drive here. Nothing can be done. Gained a little bit of time there. One thing too, LaRue's not going to have to go through traffic. So I might losing some time knowing that he's got to do that. I have to find out if he does lose time here though. Loses a little bit there, but he gains it back. Matthew's got to go through the chicane again here though. Manning Gregory's down pit road. Kim Street, I think Kim Street said, nah, I'm good. I'm tired of this racing. I hate it. Know exactly how he feels. Keep a little bit of an eye here on LaRue. He's just, I mean, he's pretty much just on cruise control right now. He's just, don't total the car. Oh, somebody just smacked the wall. I don't know if y'all can hear it. It might be because I have a limiter on it, so it's not blowing y'all's eardrums out, but somebody just nailed the wall. I can hear tires screeching somewhere. Somebody is not having a fun time. Can't find out who it is, though, but somebody absolutely pounded that wall at one point. Not sure who it was, though, but I definitely heard it. See, Martell's kind of kept the gap pretty much the same. Not really moved. Up or down. Maybe grown just a little bit. Maybe shrunk just a tad also. But he's pretty much just stayed where he needed to be the whole entire time. Excuse me. Storm about just shot sideways and killed himself there. I saw that car kick out. You got Boyles and Nelson going side by side here, but that is actually, that is for position here too. Didn't know if it was or not. Boyles, he's been up there the whole entire night. I've noticed Storm has also. Gale's wreck. Gale is not having a fun time here. He's in that wall. I think he honestly may be stuck. I think he probably is. Probably wheel hopped the downshifting, and there it goes. Overcorrects, and he nudges it into the wall. We'll go on board to see if that's what happened. Wheel hop is when you downshift a little bit too fast on road courses. But I think that's what happened to him, or else he just kicked it sideways. We'll watch the RPMs here. He might have just pedaled it there in the middle of it. As he's went off track again, apparently. May have been getting out of the way of people, but he toes. He's probably done with this track. Had enough of it. These guys are really kicking that car sideways too. I keep noticing they're like just doing a little bit of drifts around it. That's what you almost honestly have to do at some tracks, because this car is not going to want to turn. It's really heavy. Really, this is coming undone. Really heavy overall. I have actually found out my desk leans backwards. I believe it's because where I put my wheel on it and press it down. When I do open stuff, it wants to slam it down more, so I got to fix that a little bit. But now that we are 9 laps left in the race, we'll go on our probably first and only commercial break here in the Iron Thunder Rush series.
I played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving, it feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
As we are back here at the Charlotte Roval, Will LaRue obviously continues to lead pretty much. He's just been on a dominating run. That's all you can really say. He's not really no true challengers unless he were to somehow mess up. This win is easily him. There's no way anybody is going to beat him at all for the race win here. He's just that good. Pretty much just set sail. I'm gonna go here now. Not challenged at all. Excuse me. Okay, that's what that is. Treston Autos crashed here. Just saw that. That was actually on lap 21 as we went to break. He wheel hopped it there as we'll go on board here. There, I will show y'all what I mean by wheel hop. This is one that he actually did it on though, and we'll watch his cockpit here. So he's getting up through the gears right here. Watch his RPMs jump. So they jumped. See right there how it kind of wobbled a little bit? That's what wheel hop is, and it kicks the car out from under you. You can't really save it when it does that either. Very, very hard to control it. I actually need to get in one of these broadcast rooms. I've honestly completely forgot to do that. He might have a chance at sweat card here. Might. Keyword might. Treston also went off the track at lap 24. Maybe he just blew a corner. I'm just now looking at some of the updates that it's giving me. Y'all would be surprised what you don't see that I see. Basically, I have a big control panel for SDK, and I mean a big control panel that has a lot of stuff on it. So y'all see this. I don't see the logos and stuff on my screen, but I might have to show y'all what I mean by this. Maybe when the channel becomes a year old, because you'd be amazed about how much broadcasters do just behind the scenes, because all of this is pretty much manual that we're doing. And the one thing that's not manual is those logos, and I also need to get the code fixed for it. Glad I had it, and they messed it up. So thank you, SDK. Cattle Co's not been up there. They are a sponsor of this league. Sorry about that. I completely forgot. LaRue, I mean, he's just... LaRue's LaRue right now. There's no beating him. There's pretty much no beating him at this point. He's just kind of gone. Pretty much no drop of the green flag. He's been out front the whole entire time. Literally the whole entire time. Storm, he might have, yeah, he very well might have a chance at Sweat Cart here. He's catching him ever so slowly. Matt Quick also crashed here. Lap 26. Wheel hopped, maybe? Question mark? Yep, pretty much what we saw Gale do earlier without nosing it, and he rear-ended it, tail slapped it. He gets going away. So that's pretty much what we saw happen to Gale earlier, too. Kind of a common theme here, I guess. LaRue, and it's fun to watch because I can't drive road courses to save my life. And if you can drive road courses, you have my respect because they are the hardest thing to do. They are the hardest thing to do. Ovals are hard, but they're not as hard as road courses. It's amazing how some guys can run these just with their eyes closed pretty much. Wouldn't mind to see somebody get punted, though, here. Make it interesting. Storm is going sideways, trying to get there. I mean, he's throwing that car through the corners. LaRue can pretty much, honestly, just slow down and just start to drive like a normal person, like if you threw him in here on the track, would drive. I mean, he's that far ahead. Nobody's getting to him at all. Getting the white flag here one more time around for Will LaRue. Pretty much dominated, or has dominated the whole entire night. Just got one more time here. He can go as slow as he wants pretty much. He doesn't have to go hard at all. Imagine if he wrecked this last lap. That wouldn't be good. Hopefully he doesn't. Maybe I'm trying to jinx him. You ever thought about that? Weird. Going quiet here because just to let y'all see him go around the track. Will LaRue, he will easily just dominate the whole entire race here at the Charlotte Roval in the Piedmont 135 here, and he will take home the win here in dominating fashion. Matthew Martell will come home second. Sweat Cart should come home third unless Storm absolutely just throws a Hail Mary in there. There's no way he'd be able to get to him, though, for fourth position. For third, so he'll come home fourth. Boyles will come home fifth. There for him. That was a dominating race, for sure. I mean, he just, yeah, he showed him up. was a dominating win, for dang sure. I'm gonna wait for him to come around, do his burnout here. Where he does his burnout here. Kind of a weird place to do a burnout. Or he might do a Chase Elliott burnout. No, he's going to try to do a little bit of a drift through here. As that is impressive. Don't you do it. It's like he's gotten pretty good at doing these burnouts, that's for dang sure. He's holding the brake. You can see the front tire stop. He's kind of just tapping it, getting off it every now and then. His two teammates are behind him. Storm's coming up to the finish line here, but I will pull up the finishing order. See if Storm's going to come up here, what he's doing. He's probably going to pull into pit road, but we'll pull it up here now instead. Sure, I didn't click qualifying there. Or yes, I died. I made sure to hit the race. Good job, me. I always hit qualifying and don't even realize it until I try to drag somebody in. We will bring in the third place driver in John Sweckhart. Hey John, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
And so you come home third. You know, how'd the race go for you overall, though? Because it seems like, I mean, it was really everybody against LaRue, but you did have a pretty good race. Now, how did the car feel for you?
Man, this is probably one of my hardest tracks to just stay focused. It's extremely technical. It just takes a lot of skill set, slower's faster. And for me, coming home P3 behind my two teammates, but also they're just two road racing experts, aces, I'd say. They gave me a lot of tips. I couldn't be happier. In the middle of the race, I was actually running down Martell just a little bit, but man, I'll tell you what, we put some practice in this week, and I could not be just more proud of our effort. And to come home 1, 2, 3, we knew we had to put some good work in for this race since we were going to Nashville, Martinsville in the next stage for the playoffs. So just overall, we put some effort in, and the results show this week.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, it's a sweep for y'all, 1, 2, 3, all LaRue teammates. But, you know, how do you feel about, you know, next week's race? Are you pretty confident about that?
Yeah, I'm super excited about going to Nashville. That's a technical place, just how the corners, the exits of 2 and 4 come up at you pretty quick. So it takes a lot of patience. We had some good speed there last year, so I'm expecting to have some good runs there. Try and set ourselves up before we go to Martinsville, because, you know, that's always a crapshoot.
Yeah, Martinsville is a rough track for broadcasters, that's for sure. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, before we get to that, let me ask you one question, Bryce.
Yeah.
What was it like on the broadcast for the infield? Because from my perspective, it was dark. It got dark quick, and it was really hard to see those apexes.
It was, I noticed it got really dark too. I mean, you could still see the cars, but I'm surprised. I guess they just didn't set it earlier in the day, but it was definitely getting dark, and the cars were kind of hard to see, but it wasn't pitch black at all. I mean, I could still see everybody around the track.
Night, I didn't believe him, but we did. And if it wasn't for that, I don't know how this finish would have been for me. But those two guys, Will and Matt, are just really good road racers. They gave me a lot of tips this week. And Justin, too, he's really good. He just got caught up behind some traffic, but still a solid finish, P6. But overall, I'm so happy with this LaRue Esports team and our crew.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good third place finish tonight. Go prepare for next weekend. Or next Monday, sorry.
Yeah, thanks, Bryce, and thanks for all your viewers watching tonight. I hope we put on a good show.
That was John Sweckhart. I thought today was Sunday. I don't know what day it is half the time. I just kind of wake up and guess. But we'll bring in the second place driver, Matthew Martell. Let me bring Sweat Car all the way down here back to his team. There you go. So we'll bring in Matthew Martell. I've got to drag him all the way up here. Hey, Matthew, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, Bryson, how's it going?
Man, so you come home second behind Will, who just put on a dang clinic here tonight. But, you know, how was the race for you overall, and how did the car feel? Because it seems like you were quicker than LaRue every now and then some laps.
Yeah, I mean, Will's kind of an alien out there with us. I knew I had some more pace, but was it going to catch Will? No, that wasn't going to happen. So just figured we'd bring it home safe, keep the car clean. Probably should have ran a little bit better at Sears Point and Finian, whatever we want to call that, earlier in the year. So just happy to bring home a P2.
It definitely is kind of like, I mean, Will is just at that point, but I mean, second place isn't bad, especially, you know, some of you guys were actually kind of going at it a little bit early on in the race, and Sweatcart was running a little bit faster than you towards the end, but I mean, you were just, I mean, the gap was 9 seconds, so it was pretty much kind of everybody was in their own little place at that time. But, you know, how do you feel about next Monday? How confident are you in yourself at Nashville?
Well, that's where I'm going to have to lean on my teammates. You know, I kind of come to the LaRue Esports team kind of maybe a little bit more as a road racing guy. Obviously, Will's out there just great all around. I can help him on the road courses, but John, Will, and Justin are going to be able to help me quite a bit at the ovals. I think we're pretty good there. I'm excited for Martinsville. Kind of leads to some more of that heavy braking, turning, some of the things that we do on the road courses. So I'm excited about that, but excited for a 1, 2, 3 finish. We got Justin there. I think it was a top 5 or 6. So real strong finish from the LaRue Esports team here.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good second place finish tonight. Go get ready for next Monday.
All right. Thanks for Bryson. Have a great one.
That was Matthew Martell, second place driver. We will bring in the race winner, Will LaRue, who just dominated the whole freaking field. Drag Matthew back down here to his team. We'll bring in Will LaRue now. Gotta get him all the way up here. Hey, Will, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
I got you.
And so you just dominate that whole entire race. Now, how did the car feel overall? Because, I mean, you were just setting sail the whole entire time.
Yeah, the car felt just a bit loose, but it's very controllable. I ended up with a little more front brakes just to not lock up and be able to brake harder. But I didn't really need it because I mean, Matt was pretty fast. He was holding on pretty good, but I just had a little more pace, and he couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, it was definitely kind of like once you were gone, I was like, yep, well, this is gone. But I mean, watching people run road courses is amazing to me because I cannot run them. If you can run road courses and ovals, you have my respect because road courses are extremely hard. But, you know, how do you feel about next Monday when you all go to Nashville? Do you think you can keep up this consistency you have so far?
Yeah, road course. I mean, this road course is very technical. So I'm good at tracks that are technical normally because I don't know, I'm good at those tracks, and this just falls right into my ballpark because it's very, very technical. Probably one of the most technical tracks on the schedule. And yeah, sometimes it's just the infield is really the part where you can gain speed, if I can say so, and it's really a matter of gassing and braking at the right time, and sometimes even doing both at the same time to keep the car stable. But yeah, for next week, I think I can keep my consistency, but it's going to be a little harder for sure because John, Matt, and Justin, and Storm, and a couple other guys are pretty good at ovals, so it'll be a little more challenging for sure.
Definitely ovals are kind of where a lot of people come kind of together. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, LaRue snowblowers. We built industrial snowblowers for airports, cities, and pretty much if you need a big snowblower, just call us. And then there's John, Matt, and Justin. They're part of LaRue, and we just help each other. It's fun every week. And also just you guys you do a really good job at the broadcast. So I just want to thank you for that.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Go celebrate that victory, man. Hopefully your team can keep up this momentum they have here this season so far.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
It was Will LaRue, the race winner. I will go over the finishing order here now. Will LaRue first, dominates the whole entire race. Matthew Martell second. John Sweathart third. Also his teammates. So 1, 2, 3 sweep for LaRue Motor. I don't want to get that wrong. LaRue Esports. So Will LaRue first, Matthew Martell second, Sweathart third, Storm Patterson fourth, Adam Boyles fifth, Justin Nelson sixth, seventh, Brandon Klusterhuth eighth, Brandon Pamitat ninth, Sawyer Ott 10th, Dave Matson 11th, good Lord, can't speak. 10th, Dave Matson 11th, Matt Quick 12th, Alex Little 13th, Manning Gregory 14th, Treston Ott 15th, Christopher Gale 16th, Kelvin Masseur 17th, Corbin Hemstreet, and Dylan Hale does not count as a driver because he was RC for this race, but definitely just a dominating win from Will LaRue. That's what happens when you get guys that can run road courses. But Austin is actually streaming right now. He's streaming a little bit later than what he normally has. Both of us are college students. He had a final, so they moved that back. They are actually at Dover in the Fast Track Cup Series. They are 75 laps into a 200 lap race so far. Y'all can hop over there and let him know that I sent him or something like that. I mean, close enough. But I will be streaming tomorrow in their premiere series. If y'all want to tune in, I will have that link up a lot sooner than what I normally do. I keep forgetting to put up links, but I will roll this animation and I will let y'all go.